Dear Glicyl, wifey, when I first met you, when we first started talking, your name was Glicyl Farnes, and now you stand here today as Glicyl Farnes. The shared bond in marriage is also reflected in the shared family name, the name of Farnes, our family name. That family has set the groundwork and lies at the root of who I am as your husband and how I will continue to act as your husband. I know what the picture of marriage looks like because of my parents, Jim and Kim Farnes. Their marriage, their relationship, serves me as an example, a rubric for how I am to be and how I have been in our marriage. But even so, this is only the second most important image for marriage. They have shown and imprinted on me that the relationship we have with the Lord is to be the basis on which all other things in life, even marriage, spring from. That relationship is one we have and will continue to work on individually and collectively together, so that as we grow closer to Him, we grow closer to each other. Over the years of my childhood, throughout adolescence, and into my college years, and even to this day as a young adult, that impression, those lessons, those qualities and character traits instilled in me serve as the platform on which I am able to demonstrate those qualities in my own life and in our marriage. And in your presence, they only flourish and blossom more. Although they did an amazing job of raising me in a Christ-centered, strong household, I was far from perfect. Much like the story of the prodigal son in Luke, there was a period in my life where I went astray, distracted from the major blessings and opportunities that I had been given in life. But I returned, and the love from my family, my blood family, and church family, which is now our family, that we belong to. Those events, struggles, successes, failures, teachings, mentoring, all shaped me to be the husband standing before you on this special day. You see, when subjected to enough pressure, over time, and even an element as basic as carbon can be transformed into diamond. And for me, I am stronger, more focused, and more capable of being the man that is your husband. So rewind back to May of 2017 when we first met and began talking. About a year prior, I had joined the Marines, and by this point was in Okinawa, which was my choice to be stationed there, although I just hadn't fully realized the true purpose of that choice. As you remember, it was about 1 month of very personal and in-depth conversations, and we were just honest with each other. I wasn't getting any younger, you weren't getting any younger, and so we decided to marry. And although my first attempts of requesting leave were denied or postponed or otherwise problematic, and as you recall, we had already made definitive plans for the civil ceremony, but I wanted to go for it anyways. It's a decision that cost me a little bit more than just money, which is a story for another setting for those who haven't heard it. But it's a decision I have not and will not ever regret. And even if given the chance to redo things to avert some of the initial stresses associated with that first trip to meet you and to marry you, I wouldn't change it. It would stay the same. And as we stand here together in marriage, we both know it hasn't always been easy for us. Between long periods of absence, distance between us, the stresses of our individual lives, work, your PhD classes, and just the various stresses and strains that we go through. We have each other's love. We have each other, and together we are one. I promise to always make sure that we're good, strong, and in a loving mindset before work, the gym, and even before we sleep. I promise to protect you and to shelter you. I promise to respect you, listen and understand you, and support you in any way. I promise to be patient with you, even when it seems like the world is spinning out of control. I promise to hold my tongue, guard my words, and value your views and opinions. I promise to serve you as a husband, the head of the household, and one day to serve you as the father of our children, and to provide for them the same examples that I had growing up and instructing and guiding them. But most importantly, I promise to always love you, to love your past, your present, and the future that we are building together. I can promise this to you because you are the first and only woman I have ever loved, and only true love can explain how I feel about you, how I treat you, how I view you. I love you more and more with each day that passes, and I promise to love you with all I am and all I will ever be.
Dear Nicholas, life has been so good to me since I met you. You gave me reasons to live, to love, and to be happy. I can still remember that very moment when I met you online. I honestly have told God that I don't want to look for love anymore because before I would always end up getting hurt. Little did I know that that was what He wanted me to do, to stop looking for love because it is so much better to receive a blessing that you have not asked for. I did not and still don't deserve you. But God gave you to me. At first, I was worried to let you enter my life. I was so scared to get hurt again. But I've heard a little voice inside me urging me to give us a chance. And when I did, I became the happiest person on earth. Maybe people can also call me a little crazy to agree to marry you on our first meeting in person after just more than 1 month of talking online. We went to the Philippines to see me in person, and we right away had our civil wedding and became legal. I remember you telling me that you want to seal this relationship of ours with marriage so that there will be no chances of breaking up anymore. You wanted to settle down with me even though you knew me for only more than 1 month. Now, after 2 years, we are here making that seal even stronger. I know that the first 2 years of our marriage have been very hard for us, especially that we had a long-distance relationship. Because of my past experiences before I met you, combined with the great distance between us, I became unreasonably paranoid and jealous of everything. But despite of all of my craziness, you've always been there for me. I'm so sorry that I've hurt you and myself in our marriage a lot because of my insecurities and jealousies. I'm so sorry for there were times when I have almost given up on us. Sorry. But you would always fight for us no matter how crazy I get sometimes. You have been very patient and understanding. Can I get a tissue? Sorry. It's going out. Sorry. You have never ever given up on me. And so in front of your family and friends, and especially in the presence of our Almighty God, I promise to more actively join you and hold your hand so that together we could fight for our marriage. No matter what happens, I promise to be strong for you and for our family and to never ever give up. I also promise to learn to cook food and do the household chores so that I could truly take care of you and our family. I promise to be a better wife for you. Thank you, Nicholas. Thank you for accepting everything of me, even my flaws and imperfections. I have struggled and still am struggling internally. But you have always helped me overcome those insecurities and jealousies. You have always been the best husband. And I know that nobody will ever love me the way you do. Mahal kita. I love you.